Hola.
Hola.
Hola. Okay. My name is Mariel Fiori, as Tom said already. Before I start, I wanted to say that some of the inmates from Eastern Correctional sent submissions to Lavos, and we published them. They were short stories and poems, and even one of them was an essay from a class that they took at Bard. So Lavos is also a place for inmates to publish. I've been doing Lavos since 2004. I arrived to this country in 2003, so I know a little bit about how things are working in terms of Latinos. I don't mean to know everything, but these are some things that I know and I want to share with you. So a little bit about the agenda for today. I'm going to talk about Latinos in New York, their economic impact. Mid-Hudson, this is the region where we are located and where Lavos is distributed. Some issues that Latinos face currently. From the media to our lips is my pet peeve. I'll explain exactly what that is. A little bit about Lavos, and if you want to be involved, there is information at the end. So Latinos in New York State are a large population here. It's 3.4 million. All of them, 61% have been born in the state. So it's not, a lot of people think that we come all from Latin America. 61% were born here. This is 18% of the population, larger than the national average, which is at 16.9%. Latinos are fairly young compared with the rest, at 30 years of age on average. Earnings are very low, and I'm going to show you other information that also shows that the situation is not very happy, even though we are big numbers. However, 22% of students in all schools are Latinos. So we need to do something because all this poverty is going to affect all of us. And, well, Hispanic without health insurance, hopefully next year with the new law, things will change. But, and this is the good news, we have an economic impact in the region, $229 billion in economic output for 2009, but actually it's larger this year. I want to say if Latinos, if they close business, New York State will close business as well. So here in the Mid-Hudson Valley, according to the latest census, over 100,000 people are Hispanic or Latino. I mean Dutchess, Ulster, Orange, and Columbia, which are the counties where Lavos distributes. This is 12%, so it's less than the regular in the rest of the state. However, since 2000, this growth has been 56%, much larger growth than the regular population, which was, I think, at 7%. Of all these people, about 80,000 speak Spanish at home. I speak Spanish at home, but I also speak English. This doesn't mean that all these people don't speak English, but a lot their preferred language is Spanish. So this is just the comparison of the population increase for the area in terms of Latinos and in terms of the general population. Some issues. I think that all of the issues are related with the lack of access. So, for example, a lot of people want to have papers. A lot of people are undocumented and they need papers. So they talk with someone who says, oh, I'm a lawyer, I can help you. They are not really. They speak Spanish and they say, I'm a notario. Notario in Mexico is a lawyer. Here it's not. But people don't know this difference because they don't speak English, some of them. So they pay thousands of dollars to people that are not really lawyers. And this fraud is unfortunately very vast and widespread. Lack of transportation. In this area, there is no really good public transportation, as you may already know. A lot of people who don't have driver's licenses or don't have access to cars, they have to walk to work or bike. And people have been run over on the roads because there is no really a place to walk. It's just the road. So that's one of the problems here. Lack of health, access to health. It's not just people that are not with health insurance, but also at the doctor's office, there is a lack of cultural competency and also people who can translate. And there are a lot of studies that show that if you don't understand, of course, if you don't understand that the doctor is telling you go take 2 pills of this, you won't do it because you don't understand. So there is a lack of follow-up from the patients. So that's when I talk about a lack of health access. A lack of leadership, I think is related to lack of education. Only 10% of adult Hispanic males have college degrees. This is a very low percentage compared to the white and black population. So yeah, it's all interrelated with, that's why I made that drawing, to the language barrier. Some grassroots efforts to counteract with this are ESL classes. The first things, learn English, English as a second language. Here at Bar, there is also a TLS project that has to do with teaching English to people who drop at the center in Red Hook. There are classes all over. Sometimes the schedule is not useful, but some people cannot make it because they have 2 full-time jobs. But there are things going on, and they are always looking for volunteers for ESL classes. There's another organization called Somos la Llave del Futuro, SLF, which is based in Dutchess. Others like Hermanos Unidos, Latinos Unidos of the Hudson Valley, these are based in Newburgh. They are all trying to help the community with different means. Some of them are more focused in events. For example, now September 15, we have Hispanic Heritage Month starting, so there's going to be a lot of events focused on that, parties basically with food. Some of them are more informational. SLF tries to inform. Independent media, La Voz, that's the magazine that maybe you heard about. Noche Latina, that's a radio show. ¿Qué cocinaré hoy? That's the radio show I have. I co-host at WGXC and Robin Hood Radio, and it has about, it goes for Dutchess, Ulster Orange, Litchfield in Connecticut, and Berthold in Massachusetts. So this is my pet peeve. I really don't like when people say illegals or illegal alien. And it's not only pejorative, but if you say illegals, that's incorrect. It's grammatically incorrect because you're making an adjective out of a noun. Also, most of the people who are undocumented in this country didn't come through the border. 40% are visa overstayers. So it's not that they crossed illegally. They came legally, but they overstayed their visa. So they are, Drop the I word is one of the campaigns, and as I say, it's grammatically incorrect. It criminalizes the person. It's also a civil violation. It's not a criminal violation offense. This is fortunate. The good news is that the AP, Associated Press, the news agency, they decided to not use that word anymore at the beginning of this year, so that's a good change. USA Today also decided not to use it anymore. They would say undocumented. I also like unauthorized or unprotected, and I would say unprotected because this is people not protected by the laws. The New York Times is considering changing. We don't know yet. Hopefully they will change. So about La Voz, these are some of our covers. La Voz is a monthly publication in Spanish that we created here at Bar with another student through the TLS program, thanks to Paul Marienthal. This started very small, as it explains there. In 2004, we were printing quarterly, and after 2 years, I was able to make it my job here at Bar, and it's a monthly publication now. We print 5,000 copies, distribute in 400 stops throughout Dutchess, Ulster, Orange, and a little bit of Columbia counties. Most of our content is original. We don't have news services, so we produce it for La Voz. Most of the producers of these contents are you, students. Some write better than others. We are always checking for grammar, but we are really interested in content that has to do with, if you are new to a place, what you need to know. talking about English as a second language. One of my former neighbors in Red Hook, she was saying, yes, I want to learn English, but I clean houses for a living. Whom I'm going to practice with the broom? So it's a little difficult. So it's not that people don't want to learn, or if you are in a place, you really want to know how the place works. So that's what we do with the magazine. And if you have, there are copies outside. The back page is an English lesson also. And all the inside has information on health, opinion, literature. We have the section American Dream, which is very nice. These are interviews with local immigrants, and they tell their story of what is for them, their American dream. So we estimate 20,000 readers out of these 80,000 that speak Spanish in the area, so there is a little bit of room for growth. This is a photo of a family that stop at a booth. Over the summer, we usually go to events with the magazine, so this is one of them in Kingston. This year at La Guelaguetza, which is a Mexican festivity in Poughkeepsie, there were about 2,000 people that came to the event, and many of them stopped at our booth as well. And I don't want to take more time, so this is our contact information, and Andres, who is over there, he's going to be passing around a sign-up sheet if you are interested in contributing in any way. Can be writing or doing illustrations or taking photographs, and you can write if you have any knowledge of Spanish and how high that level is. And other things that you can do apart from contributing with La Voz, learn a foreign language, so you can put yourself in the shoes of someone that doesn't speak your language, and you will see how difficult it can be. Become an ESL tutor and contribute articles and stories, ideas to La Voz. We are always welcoming new submissions, and the questions I think will come later, so that's it.
So it's great to be here. As Professor Bartscherer mentioned, I'm pretty new. I've been here a year. And I thought the best way that I could tell you about the Human Rights Program here was to start by telling you about why I came here and what I was excited about. I've been working in human rights since for more than 20 years, since the time that I left law school. I worked for all of the major human rights organizations like Human Rights Watch, Global Rights, the Human Rights First. I worked with Amnesty International. I spent time